welcome back to the video course on placement preparation under Basic Skill Enhancement Program. So dear students, we started with our BSCP placement course and covered module 1 last week. And we also began the module 2 through a basic introduction of how a cover letter is written. Now in this video again, we will focus on some guidelines to write an effective cover letter, and we will also see few samples of cover letter that are written while applying for the job. So the highlights of the last lecture were: what is a cover letter, types of cover letters, parts of a cover letter, customizing the cover letter, tips for writing an effective cover letter, contribute. So in this we will continue with the tips to write an effective cover letter. Like we discussed, what do we write in the first paragraph or the body of the cover letter? That is, why are we applying for the job? Then the middle paragraph, that is the second paragraph in the body of our cover letter, we will mention what you have or what as an applicant do you have to offer. That is, it will basically elaborate what sort of skills you have, how you can be a valuable applicant to be considered and a valuable resource for the company. So let us see how it is mentioned. So in responding to a job advertisement, suppose you have seen some job notification in a newspaper or on a website, and you want to reply to that by your resume and through a cover letter. Then you refer specifically to the qualifications listed and show how your particular abilities and experiences relate to the position for which you are applying. So by this we mean that you will actually study the job description and the job specification. So the job description will tell you what are your roles and responsibilities according to the profile, and the job specification will tell you what skill set do they require necessarily for you to apply for the job. And therefore for applying to that particular profile, you will try to align your present knowledge, present skills, present qualification and certifications, and whatever you have related to those skill sets that are required for the job, and you will try to align it to the JS. While aligning, you will focus that it is justified that you have all those abilities and experience, if present, which is mandatory to fulfill the job requirement. Then in a prospecting letter, express your potential to fulfill the employer's need. You can do this by giving evidence that you have researched the organization thoroughly and that you possess skills used within the organization. So when we talk about prospecting cover letter, so as I already told you last week, that for a prospecting letter you do not know whether they have the particular job role or vacancy in the company or not at present. But one thing you are sure of, that you want to work in the organization, you are interested in applying to that organization. So what you will do, you will see for giving examples and explain or justify why you want to work with that firm. For this, you can go through the background of the organization so that you can tell in your cover letter that you like the area that they operate in, or you find the sort of work that they do very beneficiary, or you also like their working methodology or their work culture, and you're really inspired by, suppose, the chairman or the founder or the employee, how they are treated over there, or do you have a reference in the organization out of whom you got to know that the organization has a very good work culture and you want to be a part of that firm, or you have seen that the organization offers excellent growth and learning opportunities and therefore you want to be associated with that organization. So this you need to mention while writing the prospecting cover letter. Then emphasize your achievements and problem solving skills. What you have to take care in this is the employer feels impressed after reading this middle paragraph of your cover letter in terms of that, okay, you are a bright candidate, you are a smart candidate, and he or she, whoever the employer is, want to contact you. So to start the job hiring process being done for you, or to get a callback from the hiring manager, you need to emphasize your achievements. Achievements in the terms, if you have some past experience where you have got a great outcome or results and they have been proved then, or your problem solving skills in terms of that you applied for some particular job and the problem that was there you could solve it easily, so you found yourself successful in coming out of some trouble situation that was there in the company. So if there is something like that, you have a past experience or a hands-on project that you worked or some exam that you cleared, so you can mention in this paragraph and show how your education and work skills are transferable to the current job role that the company has for you. Next, we have the last paragraph, which talks about how will you follow up. So, in the last paragraph, you are basically aiming to close the cover letter, and how do you close is also very important because this is where you create the closing impression. So, the first paragraph, when you describe or you introduce yourself to the reader, the employer whom you're sending, and also a good closure. So, how can you go for a good closure? We have close by reiterating your interest in the job and letting the employer know how they can reach you. So, suppose through your first and middle paragraph, you have impressed the employer, but you do not mention how he or she can get back to you, then these efforts cannot be reaped. So please make sure that you mention your contact details in this, and if you mention to stay in touch, make sure you make call within the time frame. See, suppose there is a vacancy and you end with that, okay, you would like to keep in touch, but when the employer get back to you, then you are not available. So the employer might wait for you for suppose try to connect with you for a week, or maybe after a certain duration the employer will feel that okay, you are not sincere now, or you are not determined now to join the job, or maybe that you have joined somewhere else, and because of this you might lose the opportunity. So it is very important that you make sure that you get back and connect within the time frame. Suppose you've mentioned a week or 3 days or by the end of the week. So you call back and check that if you're applying from outside employer's geographical area, make sure to be in town during a certain time period. So suppose that you have applied for the job and the job is outside the geographical area, that is the outside the area that you live in, and the company and your residence is far off, then if you are saying that okay, you might be available for the interview by next week or at the end of the month or in a period of 10 days, then make sure that you are in that area present during that period, so that if you get a call, if your interview is scheduled, then you can report immediately, right, on the time. Then you have in conclusion, you may also indicate. So, what is important in this last paragraph of the cover letter? Let us see. Your references are available on request. So, you can also mention references and their contacts, that, or you can just write down that okay, if they want references, then they can request you for that, for your background inquiry or background verification. Then also give writing examples to support your qualification and state their availability. You can also submit, like suppose you have published a paper or done some patent, then you can share the link. Or if you have worked on some project, then you can share the link of it, or you can mention the details of it, or a short description or summary of your, or abstract regarding to your work. So this is how you can make your cover letter more impressive, so that the employer gets genuinely interested in connecting with you. See, the main purpose of the cover letter is that your resume is read with great interest, and that the employer gets a very good first impression of you, and employer gets the impression that okay, this candidate is someone I'm looking forward to. This candidate is someone I want to interview. This candidate is someone I want to meet. So you have to keep all these points in your mind while crafting your cover letter. Then coming to some guidelines while writing, a cover letter should be 3 or 4 paragraphs at most, and should not be longer than 1 page. So suppose you are writing the cover letter, so make sure that in any case the length of the cover letter should not exceed more than 1 page, and the maximum it should be 3 or 4 paras, right? Then while writing the cover letter, use a basic font that is most commonly read by an applicant tracking system. So I told you already that nowadays the screening of the profile of the candidate is done by means of an ATS, that is the applicant tracking system. And you have some basic fonts, like you have a font size of 12, and if you give simple styles like Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman, so they work well, right? The software recognizes them easily, and there is no problem in reading the content that you have displayed. So the cover letter font should be kept in mind, that the style should be simple, the font should be standard, and the font of the cover letter and the font of the resume should be uniform. Then we have the standard margins for a business letter are 1 inch. However, to fit contents on a single page, you can shorten up the top, bottom, and the side margins. So, what it says that the margins standard to be kept is 1 inch, right, from all the sides. But suppose you have a lot of things to mention, and your cover letter has a greater number of words. Now you have to keep it 1 page, okay? You cannot increase the length. So how to fit in your contents? You can fit in your contents easily by shortening up the margin, like from the top, from the side, you can keep it like 3/4 inch, half inch. You can shorten the margin space. Then you don't forget to use white space below your greeting between each paragraph and after closing. See, the cover letter should be written in a format that it is easy to read. It is not something that the employer finds it too lengthy or too difficult, or something that is too crowded with words, and there is no space, no paragraphs being divided, and the content is just written in a very loose manner. So you have to keep these few things, that little space should be available here and there at the right places while you are writing. Then take time to proof your letter before you send or upload it. It can be easier to double check if you print out a copy and read it aloud. Now, what this says is once you've written your letter, you need to proofread. Proofread is you need to check it, you need to revise it, you need to do the editing if required, and you can rewrite also if you find a large number of mistakes are there. To conveniently do the proofreading and pick out the errors, you can also do that. You get a printed copy of it, a printout, and in that you can see if the final print is in the right format. So these are the few guidelines that you need to take care while you're writing the cover letter. Now, moving forward, let us see a basic format that we have over here. You can see if the cover letter is written in a letter-based format, then we mention it like here you can fix your passport size photograph. So here you can see the basic format that first of all you need to write your name at the top of this cover letter, and you need to mention the address of your particular residence that you are currently living, the city, the code, your contact number, and your email address. And below that, you need to mention the date, that is, what date are you writing this letter. And then you need to mention the name of the recipient, then the designation, then the organization, the address, and the zip code of the company. Below that, you can mention Dear Mr. XYZ if you know the name of the employer, or you can mention Dear Miss according to the gender. If you are not aware of who the employer is and what is the name of the employer, then you can simply mention Dear Highway Manager. And what I discussed is again mention here that the first paragraph should indicate why you are writing the company organization and the specific designation of position you are applying. Then it is important to indicate how you found about the availability of the job. And if you found out through a referral, it would be a good idea to state his or her name. So what you have to mention, as we discussed, that which job, which position you are applying, and how did you find out that this particular position is available in the company. Then you have the second, that the body of the article can be found in the middle paragraph, and it provides the positions of your why you are applying, how you will be a great asset to the organization. So it includes like how you can contribute to the organization through your existing skill set. Then the third is that the body answers the question that why should your application be considered, okay? Why you can be a valuable resource, as I already said, for their organization to consider. And then you should mention this, that your position, how you can help in their current organization methods and process and work culture through your skills. You have to align and justify and broaden. Then while ending, you need to mention that, conclude the paragraph like thanking the recruiter for considering your application, and be confident but do not appear presumptuous. So what does it mean here is that, see, you should show your confidence that the interviewer will like to connect to you and will like to contact you once he or she reads your application. But the employer should not feel that, okay, this fellow is a very overconfident person. Okay, you are someone who is just boasting about yourself in this letter, and sometimes this backfires in a way that the employer would feel that no, you are not someone who is down to earth and with a attitude of learning, but someone who feels that okay, I know all of it, right? So there's a fine line between the two. So show confidence, but don't be overconfident in mentioning your or in crafting your cover letter and detailing yourself. Then you need to mention by yours sincerely and your name. So this is how the letter format of the cover letter is written. Now we will also see few samples of how you write the uh, cover letter while you are a fresher employee or you are a fresher applicant. So cover letter samples are like we have sample one where it is written like dear Mr. Miss and Mrs. So here we have you're writing it like see the starting paragraph that is I am writing this letter to you regarding the desired position that has recently opened up in your company. Okay. So you will mention the desired position, the particular position. Suppose it is a management trainee. So I'm writing this letter to you regarding the management trainee position that has recently opened in your company. Then I came across this position on, so you will mention the website name. Suppose this was on Naukri.com or this was on Indeed or this was on TimesJob.com. So you mention and was pleasantly surprised to find that I have all the required qualifications for this job. So you will mention how did you get to know about this vacancy and that you have all the qualifications that are required for this particular job. And then you will begin your body of the cover letter like I have studied degree name. So here, like I have studied a BTech in suppose computer science, or I have studied a course in B Pharma, or I have studied a course in BTech in civil engineering from the university. So like AKTU. Then during my time, I had taken courses related to insert 3 or 4 relevant courses. So suppose that you have mentioned and you have pursued courses like AutoCAD, CATIA, and you've done SolidWorks, mechanical as you have, or you've done some graphic design softwares, or you've done MATLAB, or any of the courses that you've taken, mention that. And currently, I have a total X percentage or GPA. Like suppose your current percentage is 72%, then you can mention like I have a total of 72% aggregate till suppose if you are currently pursuing the course, then till 5th semester or your 6th semester, or if you have pursued the course or completed the course, then you can mention that I have this in my whole aggregate of this in my Bachelor of Technology course. Then have been a good student the entire term of my study in the university. I have also been ranked. Suppose that you are a bright student, you are good in your academics, then you can mention that if you are suppose a ranker, like first, second, third rank, then if any, then this is not mandatory, but this is just like if you have done good, suppose in a batch of 120, if you are at the third position or in the second position, then this is definitely an achievement. So you can mention that I have been ranked 3 in a batch of approximately 120 students, right? Then you can further proceed like writing. While attending the classes, I focus my attention towards the following areas. So suppose I already told you while discussing about your technical round and HR round that you need to identify 2 or 3 of your core subjects that you would like to focus on, that you would like to mention. So this is where those subjects you can put in like your intention area of interest 1, area of interest 2, and area of interest 3. So you can here mention 2 or 3 subjects where you find yourself comfortable or you find yourself more in terms of oriented to work. Then you have my focus study helped me to develop. So suppose you are working in a project and most final year students they are attempting a project as part of the curriculum. So here you can mention that my focus study helped me develop the course name. It has helped me secure a prominent internship. So suppose you intern for some company, then you can mention the internship details, the company, and I was placed. So suppose that you performed well in your internship company, or you got some job offer, or you the intern position that you were actually having over there, you can elaborate in this paragraph. Next you have, I would be grateful to have an interview session with you. Please have a look at the resume that I have enclosed with this letter as per your convenience. And then you have, I have provided my email ID and contact number. Should be interested in knowing more things about me in case. So here you can see that while closing the letter, everything has been mentioned that you are interested that an interview be scheduled for you. You are already providing your email ID. Suppose the employer has a few queries or has to get few more details about you, and also you are telling that you are open to being queried about in case any more details are required. So this is how you can write a modest cover letter, and this is a very simple outline or template, and you can also use this as a reference while framing your own cover letter for applying for various profiles. Now let us see another sample, that is sample 2. Here again we have dear Mr., Miss and Mrs. If you know the name of the employer or the hiring manager. And if you're not aware, then simply you'll write dear hiring manager. Then you have, I came across your advertisement in website newspaper searching for a candidate that can take up the position of a, so you will write the position name. So suppose you saw the advertisement somewhere, then mention the website name or mention the newspaper name. Then the position name, and I believe that the role describes me perfectly. Then this shows your confidence, right? Even though my resume may primarily appear about academic achievements, suppose now here you are a fresher, right? So you don't have much experience to elaborate. In case you were more of an experienced candidate, then you will focus on your achievements through your uh, past work in your organization. What results did you get over there, and how did you did the task that was assigned to you. But this is something where you don't have more of a hands-on experience to mention. So this cover letter suits that purpose, what you can write now. I have also been active in extracurricular activities. So suppose you have been active in debates, in elocution, in performing like in dance, singing, you have some competitions that you performed over college and also you won, then you can mention in sports, etc. Then not just this, I have been an active intern at, so you can mention the name of the internship company. Uh, then filling the role of, mention the position. So suppose you were talent acquisition intern. So you can mention the profile name and the company name. The internship prepared me to handle the responsibilities that are present in the desired field. So you will mention the field in particular where you interned. So suppose you interned in a firm that was focused on counseling or focused more on online e-learning modules, then you can mention that particular field over here. I also developed numerous skills such as, so you can mention what did you learn over there. So suppose if you learn some new software, or you learned Excel advanced, or you learn any more things that were related to that particular profile or the particular role, then you can mention here during the internship. Then more details are present in my resume, which is attached to the letter. I look forward to your response. Then thanks and regards, your name and contact details. So this is how you can write a simple, but it includes everything for a fresher candidate. Then moving forward, let us see. the last sample that I would like to discuss with you is the this again, which is based on more of a cover letter that is written from a fresher's perspective, which says again, dear sir, madam, then my status as suppose you are a pursuing student, then you have written then my status as a fourth year engineering graduate student make me an ideal candidate for the job position as advertised in the website or the company name. So now suppose some companies are calling for pass outs which are getting their BTech or their course B Pharma courses being finished in the 2020 coming June. So you are currently a student and even the company is having a call for such candidates, then you can write in this way, is known for being interested in fresher candidates such as myself. So you are mentioning that the company has asked for fresher candidates to apply for the profile. Then I am interested in securing the position advertised. Then additionally, I have also taken up an internship at. So see, as a fresher, you have only two things while you are doing your graduation course. One is internship that is expected from you, a good internship where you have learned a few things. Second is a project that you have or you are working necessarily in your final year, right? So these two things you have to mention in an elaborate way in the cover letter because they will only signify what sort of skill set do you have. So in order to learn and expand my knowledge in the field of work. So here you will mention what field or what category or what type was your project based on, right? Then it has also provided me an idea of the type of work that is expected from the employees in this field, the work ethics that must be maintained, and the deadlines that need to be followed. So what here you are showing is your soft skill. You are telling that okay, you have now understood better what is the work culture, then what are the work ethics, then how time management needs to be done. Then I have attached my CV with this letter which contains further details that you might be interested in. Now you're also mentioning that you have a CV or a resume along with this cover letter. I shall give a call into your office next week for further clarification. You're also telling what time of frame you will get back to them in. Then I have also provided my contact details in the CV. In case the employer wants to connect to you after reading this, he or she can contact on your provided details. Then thanking you, your name and your contact details. So this is a simple cover letter in terms of if the firm has already notified that this vacancy is only for fresher candidates, then you can write the cover letter in this manner. So that is all about cover letters. We will continue with our module 2 in our next video. Thank you.